Welcome to the Brett Davis Podcast.
Well, it's been a long time. Hope everybody's been well. Hope you had a nice 4th of July. Of course, this is the Brett Davis Show, coming to you from beautiful Coronado, California, the mecca of the world-famous Coronado Island Film Festival that's going to be happening November 9th through the 13th of this year. How ecstatic. I'm with Merridee Book. Finally, it's been a while since we've had our podcast with you.
Yes, it has.
You look fantastic. Things are going great.
Yes, they actually are going really well.
So what are some of the surprises and things that we can anticipate at this year's festival?
Well, we are currently working through a lot of our programming. It's always a puzzle. Right up until about September, we go out with our film acceptances to our independent filmmakers who have put their films in for consideration to screen at our film festival. So we have screeners that work behind the scenes. They preview these films, and then we, based on scores or how well they are received, then we will move forward and start to determine the films. And then, of course, we have studio films.
So what are the deadlines typically for the films? I think I asked you this a week ago, and you're like, well, it's on the website.
I know. How knowledgeable am I, right? I was like, oh, I don't even know. I think our deadline is August 1st, and then we have extended deadlines. That doesn't mean that we aren't taking submissions. Some of filmmakers we reach out to, if they're still working in the editing process, we're not super harsh. We do allow a little bit of a grace period there. What's
the grace period typically? Like how many days?
It's me. I'm the grace period. If they reach out to me directly.
You're not Merridee, your name's Grace.
Yeah, they will reach out to me directly many times if they are working on a project and they know it's not going to meet the deadline. The deadline, we use Film Freeway, which is a mechanism that, it's a software tool that all the filmmakers around the globe use to submit their films. There's various ways to do that, but Film Freeway is the one that we use, and it's phenomenal, but that's a hard deadline. So once that deadline is passed, you cannot submit through that website any longer.
Okay, it's good to know. So everybody out there that's listening that are filmmakers, local filmmakers, you just got the scoop.
Correct. Yes. Hurry. Race to that editing room and get us your finished product.
So we had the opportunity to be involved last year for the first time. And I'll tell you, I didn't really know was thinking what it might be like, but it was nothing like I thought it would be. First of all, it was very organized, and you may say that maybe there was things that weren't. I wouldn't have known because I don't know what you know about it. But from what I could tell, you had everything organized. Everybody was well behaved.
Yeah, we're not a rowdy party crowd, but yes. Well, thank you.
Well, because things, when you put an event on, especially when you're coming out of a pandemic like we just did, you really don't know what to expect sometimes, do you?
Yeah. And the last 2 years obviously have been a giant question mark for anyone producing a live event. And last year we were probably one of a handful of film festivals that ended up going live and maintaining their in-person experience, which is really, that is the beauty and the joy of the film festival. We've been watching streaming for years, and the last 2 years. So we were so fortunate and blessed to just land in a sweet spot between two COVID variants. We did our vaccine checks. We made it very seamless, and everyone came, had a fantastic time. We didn't have one report of any COVID tracing after the film festival, and we had probably more filmmakers than we've ever had attend, and they absolutely loved it. So it was a phenomenal experience. So I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Well, we did. It was also organized. Everybody was so pleasant. You have a phenomenal staff, and as you know, I mean, it takes a great staff like you have, but also good volunteers.
Oh, absolutely. You really are as productive and well-organized, well-oiled machine as your staff, because like any festival, you've got so many moving pieces and parts, and we have a phenomenal team, and many of them are new. Last year was their first film festival. They're not new to the industry, but they're new to Coronado, and they're new to how we do things. And we have a very unique footprint and a very unique festival in what we, how we put together our programming and our parties and our events. So they did a phenomenal job. So and volunteers, absolutely. And this year we're going to be going out with our call for volunteers probably in mid-August, I believe. So if you want to volunteer and get involved with the film festival, go onto our website and just check updates. That's where you're going to find the most current information, the jobs that are available, the internships that are available, ways to get involved. And we'll take, if you've got 4 hours, we'll take it.
We have the website on the bottom of the page. Of course, there it is. It was just passed by really quick.
Perfect.
What is it you would like to achieve this year from last year?
Well, we're on our 7th year. We had to sort of postpone our 5th year anniversary and milestone, which we had some really special events planned to recognize that. So we kind of folded that into 2021. This year, we really want to get back to the full festival experience that people have come to expect. But we surprisingly have added so many new, attendees. Month after month, we have our classic screening series. We have one on Wednesday, July 27th. We're doing Cinema Paradiso. And it's amazing how many new people are finding us. And they start to ask, what is this film festival about? And how do I get involved? How do I attend? And so we're really looking forward to our programming going back to pre-COVID levels and just enjoying it. And we're going to be unveiling, our tribute honorees. And these are individuals in the industry and what we call above and below the line. And we really do honor all facets of the industry. So it's not just about celebrities. It's really about those individuals who bring their creative talent, share them with us. It's the composers, the fashion designers, the artists, the makeup artists, the hair, the set design. So we have traditionally folded those into our festival and really honored those people. So it makes for a very, reverent affair. And we do that at our Leonard Maltin Gala Tribute Awards in the Crown Room at the Hotel Del.
What a wonderful man.
Oh, he's a delight. He is one of a kind, absolutely one of a kind. And the breadth of his knowledge, not just film history, but just he's so relevant today. Everybody just wrapped Comic-Con here in San Diego and we survived it.
Did you have a chance to see him?
I did not. We were kind of ships passing in the night.
I know that experience.
Yeah, he was there. There was a hilarious panel that he was on that said, "You're wrong, Leonard Maltin," where the audience gets to debate what some of these films that he has critiqued over the years and tell him why he shouldn't have, given it the review that it needed.
That's hilarious.
Yes. And he's just, just such a gracious human being. I've never met anybody who just loves film from the classics all the way into current.
He's like you said, one of a kind. I think when I talked to him, I called him the GOAT. And he says, "Well, I'm not that old. You don't call me an old goat." And I says, no, you're the greatest of all time at what you do.
I was thinking that's actually funny that he didn't know, but he's just,
you're the greatest of all time. I mean, he's like a Michael Jordan or anybody that's just really unique at what they do. And they take it to that level. I don't know anybody like him.
Yeah, he, like I said, and his wife, Alice, we just adore her, the whole family. He has a podcast as well with his daughter, Jessie, that, we will kind of shoot people over to listen, and they get, wonderful guests and get kind of the inside scoop on the industry. So we're very fortunate to have him come as our head juror and also to sort of be the host of that tribute. But throughout the whole weekend, we're screening films, studio films, independent films. Like I said, the submitted films to our festival, and he just treats all of them with the same respect, which I have to say is the tone of our entire festival. It was set by Doug St. Dennis, who is the founder, and she just, that's the tone. It doesn't matter how big your name is, how long you've been around, everyone is treated the same and with, the respect that they deserve. And our filmmakers love the city of Coronado. This whole city absolutely rolls out the red carpet. They're all in the graciousness, hospitality. The hospitality industry here they're all phenomenal.
We just had a meeting a couple days ago with Claudia, who speaks the world of you
Oh,
over at the Glorieta Bay Inn, of course,
yes.
which is a very beautiful, historic hotel on the island.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that almost by default, we started incorporating some of these beautiful historic mansions into the festival. So we've hosted some private parties. We hosted the jury awards. There's some really exciting, behind the scenes that happens, at a certain level of attendee. And what a phenomenal way to showcase, the heritage of Coronado. And many people don't know that we have an extremely rich legacy of filmmakers in Hollywood going all the way back to the 1900s, early 1900s.
That's another show in itself, and
Mhm.
possibly even a book down the road.
Absolutely. Oh, we've been approached several times now about possibly doing a project that really shines a light on not just the film uh, era here in Coronado, but really San Diego as a whole.
Sure. I mean, we just got done, of course, seeing that phenomenal Top Gun
Oh,
display on the Midway.
yes. Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen anything that big in film in San Diego in years. I don't think ever, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that was absolutely phenomenal. The fact that Tom Cruise was behind that just elevated. We knew it was going to be a full production just in and of itself. And I think there should have been no other place to premiere that film than here in San Diego.
And taking off from Coronado, and of course coming here and visiting Coronado Island.
Absolutely.
And I understand some of the beginning footage of the when they were releasing footage of the film, it was shot in Coronado at the base.
Oh, much of the film was shot here in Coronado on North Island. They worked hand in hand with the Navy and the city of Coronado really was they really did bend over backwards and with the permitting and helping to close down streets, and worked with the production team to really make the film as authentic as it could possibly be with, a few Hollywood twists. But
of course.
It was exciting to see our naval officers and our Navy pilots really get the shout out and really see what they do in an intimate in their life in the cockpit and see how intense that job really is, and how they really put their life on the line every time they step into that.
Well, I mean, the other thing you said is military. And as you know, for people that are listening right now and that maybe have not visited Coronado, there's no place like it. It's a combination of Mayberry / military / Hollywood. The streets are very clean. The people are very nice. It almost doesn't sound real, but it is. But I don't think anybody had imagined the numbers we're seeing with Top Gun. I mean, I think they knew it was going to be big, but I mean, we're seeing it's made over $1 billion already.
Oh yeah. And honestly, again, coming out of a global pandemic, we like to say that it was a film that everyone needed to see. Our community needed that film. We needed a big pickup. We needed a big rah-rah,
yeah, we did.
Uniting film that made us all feel good to be Americans again. And, not that we don't, and not that we take it for granted, but, people were coming out of their homes and, there was just a lot of dysphoria. How do you socialize again?
We needed it.
Yes, it was like an injection of, B12, and everyone just it kicked off the summer exactly how it needed to be kicked off.
Well, I feel the same way about your film festival. I think last year it was phenomenal because there was a little bit of a juggling act to get it off the ground. You pulled it off beautifully, of course. I was very impressed. I mean, again, I was like, it's hard to believe that was the 6th year last year. But it's so well produced that it seems like it's been around for 20 years.
Yeah. And again, I go back to my team and my staff and their level of professionalism that they bring every single day to everything that we do. And, it was, people who know me know my passion for film and my heart for film. And, really just sometimes it can, we try to balance out, something for every attendee. We have people who just come strictly for the films. They don't care about parties, special engagements. They are just here for the film. And, we balance out that programming and put together something for everyone. But it's so important to create a space for, content creators. And, I really do feel that film is the most democratic art form there is. it's not it's not going to the symphony, it's not going to the ballet. And yet what you're watching is the same caliber of cinematic arts and science that goes in to produce these amazing special effects, the scoring of the film, the artistry of the film. And so we strive very hard to make sure that our film festival reflects all of that. And then we love to party and have a great time too, but don't get us wrong.
There was some really cool parties, by
Yeah.
the way. You did
Yeah.
You did a very nice job. Now you brought a reel with us to watch today. Can I say reel, or am I dating myself by saying
No,
that?
you can say reel. It's a promo reel. And I'm glad that you brought that. That's a perfect segue. We are actually gearing up to release our 2022 promotions and ticket sales. This reel really encapsulate our 2019 tribute awards. And we honored Cloris Leachman,
Wow.
Lois Burwell, John Toll. I mean, all Academy Award winners. We are told that it was Cloris Leachman's last public appearance before she passed away
Oh, wow.
in 2020, I believe. So, or 2021.
It's very valuable to have those clips and to remember the individuals that are
Right.
that are legends like her.
Oh, yes.
Any
I mean,
idea
to
who we
have-
can expect this year before we cut into the reel?
Oh, no, that's under
that's a
lock and key.
secret? Okay.
That's under
Hey,
lock and key.
I tried everyone. You heard what she said. I guess you just didn't have to attend.
Yes.
That's how you're gonna-
absolutely. Absolutely.
Get your passes, okay? Don't wait, because they will sell out.
They will. And we're still being a little careful with COVID. It's
Sure.
still kind of floating around. So we are, still spacing out the theaters in a way where we don't want to blow it out so that people don't feel safe. But yeah, the passes are already going very quickly.
There you go. You better get your passes.
Yeah. But let's cut to that clip.
Let's
of
do
the
it. Let's take a look at it. I'm curious
Yeah.
to see what.
Join the Coronado Island Film Festival, celebrating the best in cinematic storytelling. Over 5 days, attendees will meet filmmakers, enjoy studio premieres, independent films from around the globe, workshops, panels, our salute to veterans, and of course the popular culinary cinema. And we can't forget the epic parties from our opening night to the Leonard Maltin Tribute Awards in the iconic Hotel del Crown Room, honoring industry luminaries and celebrities.
If you haven't been to the Coronado Island Film Festival, then you're making a mistake. You're missing out on something that's absolutely terrific, because I, for one, cannot wait to come again next year.
That was nice.
Yeah. And it's funny looking at those faces. It really reminded me that was Lois Burwell at the end, who received the Academy Award for makeup for Saving Private Ryan. And she was our special guest during our salute to veterans. So, of course, we fall over Veterans Day weekend. And that is really a big part of our programming. We have one day this year, it's on 11/11, and we're putting together some programming that is going to be really amazing. And just looking, I saw Vanessa Block in there, phenomenal producer, writer. They did the film Pig, if everyone was able to watch that.
That was the what's the actor's name?
Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
I heard he was good in it.
Oh, you don't even recognize him. He is unbelievable in that film. The film did get nominated for Indie Spirit Award. And they make themselves available. That's also what's really unique about our festival is they don't, these writers, producers, they don't just kind of dip in and dip out. They're accessible. So there's the whole industry side. We introduced Master Labs last year, and Mayas Rubeo, who is the fashion designer. Right now, you can go see her film, Thor, Love and Thunder. I think it's still playing or launched.
I heard it's a good movie.
Yeah, she did all the costume for the
Wow.
the Thor movies. She was nominated for Jojo Rabbit, one of the most intensely talented creative people I have ever met. And she hosted a master lab the next day, and we had to increase the number of attendees because that was really their intent is for people who are very interested in that, part of filmmaking. So we intentionally keep them small because it really is like a master class sort of situation. But she was just phenomenal. So, they're here, they're available. And for people who are very serious about the industry, they can, they don't feel shy about reaching out and they're all very humble, and so far so good. We've never had any divas. So
you also have we watched some of your documentaries last year at the library,
Mhm.
and Coronado Library, of course. What great one of the movies was on a female basketball player.
Mhm.
Since I think she's passed since that movie.
She has. So that was Queen of Basketball.
What a great movie.
It won the Oscar for
Phenomenal
the
movie.
documentary short. That's producer Ben Proudfoot. Again, an incredible, talented young man. I think he's in his early 30s. Has just produced. We've actually screened many of his films over the last, probably since 2000. I want to say 17. Again, we're only 7 years old, so I can't go back too far. But he again is just unbelievable in what he puts together. But that film was so touching. And right before, I think about 2 months before the Academy Awards, she passed away. And it was just, I mean, many people don't understand that she was literally the first woman asked to be in the NBA. She just broke down some incredible barriers. And I think, again, that's what film does. It allows you to get to know these people, get to know their stories, get to know why they're relevant and why they should still be relevant, especially in sports and women today.
Absolutely. With all the different changes going on, that movie really brought you in.
Mm-hmm.
You felt like you were with her through her whole experience, even from the past.
Oh, yeah.
She did a phenomenal job. And of course, they screened it last year at your film festival.
Yes.
Now, I say you are, I mean, you don't like to take credit because you're very humble, but I was telling Merridee earlier that when I see her right away, I think the Coronado Film Festival, because she has such a presence that she brings to the festival because she cares so much. And there are some people that just bring that, the successful CEOs and presidents of companies have that. And I know you really don't want to be that, but unfortunately, I think everybody that sees you associates you with this top class event.
Oh, well, thank you. I will. I do know how to take a compliment, so I will take that one. But yes, I'm happy, in front of the camera. I love, public speaking and getting in front of people. But when it comes to a lot of the behind the scenes work, I'm very comfortable there as well. So, and I do like to, again, push and spotlight my team because honestly, everything comes from the top down. But
absolutely,
if it doesn't, if it stops anywhere along the way, and that just creates, so much chaos. And that's just something that I don't want anyone to have to experience at our festival.
Well, I appreciate your time. I know you're extremely busy running from place to place and taking time to come to our little studio in Coronado. And I wish you the very best. And we look forward to working with you and helping add any value that we can to what you're doing, because we believe in what you're doing and we love what you're doing in Coronado. And thank you for being on my show.
Thank you. Can I do a quick little plug for passes and sponsorships?
I thought you were going to sing.
Oh, no. No. Then all your viewers would drop off like flies.
Of course, go ahead.
No, so we are just in, the final weeks of bringing in some sponsors. We have many ways to become aligned with our festival, whether it's product placement, whether it's just underwriting a film track or an event. There's a lot of opportunities, and some of it is just to fund our mission. We are year round. So we have our annual 5-day festival, but we are programming year round. We have an educational outreach program that's all ages, not just students. And we have a lot of retirees that want their second career, or people who love just to get involved and decide, I might want to be a screenwriter. How do I do that? So we do workshops throughout the year, but the opportunities right now are there for sponsorships. We're coming down to the wire. And I would highly recommend go to the website and get your pass. So we created this pass before we really understood the impact of what inflation was going to look like. So I will say this, it is a bargain this year. We have one pass. It's the Emerald badge. It's an all-inclusive badge. You get to reserve your films and parties early. You have access to happy hours and morning, a lot of things that just ticket holders won't have access to. But it does not include the tribute. So that is a separate ticket. But I would run, don't walk, because we're really starting. Now that summer is sort of settled, people are turning to the fall.
Of course,
so,
it's going to be here before you know it. Don't wait.
Yes, absolutely. And it has just been an absolute pleasure. I always love coming into the studio with you and Sarah. I have to do a shout out to Sarah.
Sarah is magic. And Sarah, thank you for what you do, because the success of everything that I've done and what we've done together as a team. It's been golden. So I appreciate what you do.
Yes, absolutely. So thank you.
Thank you. And I'd like to say thank you to my sponsors because that's why we're here.
Absolutely.
And we have power. We just don't have electricity, but or actually we don't have AC.
Yes.
But we do have electricity. Thank you to Attorney King for your support and everything you do. And I look forward to doing the Academy Award for School Teachers coming up in December with him. And of course, Saquon Casino and Resort, who's also a partner in that event. We're going to honor the top teachers in San Diego County.
Oh, nice.
And we did that last year and it was very successful. So we look forward to that event, of course. And of course, to Bonificetta. Did I say it right, Sarah? Bonificetta, because people say it different ways, but that's the way I guess it properly supposed to be said.
Yes. And they're a great sponsor of ours as well. As a matter of fact, I'd mentioned Cinema Paradiso. Afterwards, after the screening of that Italian film, we're carrying the party over to their restaurant.
There you go.
But you have to make reservations. So
don't wait.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, it's all going to happen. And Marco's wonderful, by the way. Bonificetta, the garage, of course, in Coronado, and Maria Teal, who also does a podcast all the way from Houston, Texas with us. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. And she also happens to own a gym in Imperial Beach called IB Fitness. It's a great gym. It's open 24 hours.
I need to get in there.
She's a great person. It's nice because you can go in and just scan yourself in and scan you're in and you're out at any time.
That's the kind of gym I love.
It's perfect. Everybody take care and remember, attend the Coronado Island Film Festival. You will be in for a treat. Everybody take care and God bless.